Dr. DeHaven, you are recognized for your 5 minutes.
Thank you, Chairman Terry, Ranking Member Schakowsky, and members of the subcommittee. I'm here today both as a veterinarian and also as a representative of the American Veterinary Medical Association. Mr. Chairman, while I will be giving an abbreviated statement, I request that my full written testimony be included in the hearing record. The AVMA is the recognized voice of our nation's veterinarians, representing more than 84,000 members, or roughly 80% of all veterinarians in the United States. My testimony today, though, also represents the joint efforts between AVMA and the American Association of Equine Practitioners. Together, we are committed to upholding the health and welfare of our nation's horses. I want to thank you for the opportunity to speak today, as I believe I have a very unique perspective, having been engaged in this issue since very early in my career. Prior to the AVMA, I was the administrator with the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Animal and Plant Health Inspection Service and had national responsibility for enforcement of the Horse Protection Act. But even before that, my first role with the USDA was as a field veterinary medical officer, where I gained 6 years of boots-on-the-ground experience enforcing the Horse Protection Act and working at horse shows. I know the walking horse industry and its problems from the ground up. I want to thank Congressman Whitfield for his leadership in introducing and championing H.R. 1518, the Prevent All Soring Act, or PAST Act. I believe it represents a unique opportunity to, once and for all, end the cruel and inhumane practice of soring our nation's walking horses. I've witnessed the long-lasting and damaging effects that soring has on horses and feel that this bill is necessary in order to stop this culture of abuse that has existed for more than 40 years in the walking horse industry. All of us know what soring is and that it's an unethical and inhumane practice, and it involves deliberately inflicting pain to exaggerate the leg motion of some gaited horses, but especially Tennessee walking horses, spotted saddle horses, and racking horses. Not only is it inhumane, but it's also unethical, giving an advantage to those trainers who use the practice to achieve this unnatural gait known as the big lick. Horses can be sored with chemicals, which are typically caustic liquids applied to the horse's lower leg, making that leg sensitive to the touch. Action devices, which are bracelet-like chains or rollers, are then placed on the legs and then strike that area of the pastern, exacerbating the pain that has already been sored. Although there's little reason to use these chains in the show ring unless a horse has been sored, the current law still permits their use. Horses can also be sored using physical methods, resulting in pain when the horse's hoof strikes the ground. A few examples of this include improperly trimming the hoof to expose sensitive tissues, placing foreign objects such as metal bolts between the shoe pads and the sole of the foot, or improper shoeing techniques. Performance packages, or the so-called stacks and pads, are often nailed to the horse's natural hoof and secured by a metal band that runs across the hoof wall. That adds weight to the horse's leg, causing the hoof to strike with more force and also at an abnormal angle. These pads can also be used to conceal foreign objects that apply painful pressure to the sole of the horse's foot. Soring is detected through visual and manual inspections and through the use of various types of technology. Even so, unethical trainers and owners have developed creative ways to avoid detection. These include, but are not limited to, the use of numbing agents on the horse's legs to mask the pain during the inspection. The use of harsh or even painful training methods called stewarding that teaches the horse, if they flinch or otherwise show evidence of pain during inspection, that they will be subject to even more severe abuse. Looking back, Congress recognized the importance of stopping this egregious practice when they passed the Horse Protection Act with the goal of ending this practice. Unfortunately, the law did not go far enough. Many factors, including unethical trainers and owners who continue to soar, show judges who use this or reward this bad behavior, and insufficient funding, as well as strong political influences, all of these have contributed to a culture of corruption within the walking horse industry, and that's what allows soaring to continue today. Many trainers and owners feel, in fact, that they must soar if they are going to be competitive. One of the major drawbacks of the current enforcement program is reliance on the walking horse industry to police itself. This is a proverbial fox watching the hen house. Industry inspectors commonly have inherent conflicts of interest, and therefore it can be to their advantage to let a sore horse into the show ring. Indeed, a 2008 white paper by the American Association of Equine Practitioners, as well as the 2010 USDA OIG report, confirmed this assertion, and both of those reports called for the ending of this self-policing practice. The data submitted with my written testimony shows violation rates vary from year to year, but I want to draw your attention to several points. First, violation rates are never zero. Second, oversight by USDA veterinarians shows that inspectors are much more likely to find violations when in fact they have oversight. This legislation is endorsed by more than 100 organizations, including every veterinary medical association at the state level in the U.S. Thus, it means that every member of this subcommittee has constituents who are veterinarians that want this bill passed. Mr. Chairman, thank you, and thank you to the committee for this opportunity to testify on behalf of the
Thank you.